Hi, I'm Andrew Weiss for Top Sports Media's Fantasy Cheaters. On today's episode, we're going to be going over everything you need to know about fantasy football, the players to draft, the players not to draft, and the sleepers you need to look for. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to Fantasy Cheaters. We have our running backs. These are the guys you should look for in the early first round, second round area. Starting off our list is Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy had a great season last year as the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year, and expect him to do the same thing this year. His production will be off the charts, especially with Aaron Rodgers back. Defenses won't know who to go for. Draft Eddie Lacy with one of the top 5 draft picks, and you will not regret it. Number 4 on our list is Matt Forte. Forte had a great season last year and is expected to do the same this year. With a Jay Cutler-led offensive attack, expect Forte to get a lot of carries and a lot of touchdowns. He should get a good majority of the goal line looks, even if they're taken away by a rookie or a handcuff. He should still expect a lot of touchdowns from Matt Forte. Next on our list is Adrian Peterson. Peterson is a top 3 running back every season, and this season is no different. His production will be off the charts, even with a weakened air attack. Expect Peterson to break the 1,000 rushing yards again, if not 1,500, and get a good majority of the Vikings' touchdowns. Expect double digits out of him. He will be worth a top 3 draft pick. Second on our list is LaShawn McCoy. Known as Shady, the Eagles running back had a great season last year under head coach Chip Kelly. Expect the same production out of him this year. McCoy is fast, he is strong, and he gets to the end zone a lot. And especially in Chip Kelly's fast offense, expect him and Nick Foles to gel again and get a whole lot of touchdowns. McCoy is a running back 1 and a top draft pick worthy candidate. Finally, our number 1 on the list is Jamal Charles. Charles had a great season last year and had 19 touchdowns to lead the league in overall touchdowns. He is a great runner and is expected to get to the 1,000 rushing yard mark again. Expect great production out of Jamal Charles. He is an RB1 and a top draft pick worthy candidate. Next are our sleepers. The sleepers running backs this year are guys you should target in the later rounds. Leading our list is Jeremy Hill of the Cincinnati Bengals. The rookie out of LSU, now in the Bengals, is expected to get a lot of the goal line touches for the Cincinnati Bengals. Expect over 100 fantasy points out of him this year. He is an RB3 or flex kind of player for you this year. Next on our list is Carlos Hyde. Hyde had a great season last year for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now as a 49ers running back, expect him to handcuff Frank Gore very well, if not, take a lot of the carries away from him. We're expecting over 100 fantasy points from Carlos Hyde this year. Finally, our top sleeper for running back this season is Terrence West, the rookie from the Cleveland Browns. At Towson, he set records for his rushing yards and his rushing touchdowns for that division. Although he is still unproven, much like our other sleepers, expect him to beat out Ben Tate for the starting job, especially since Ben Tate gets injured a whole lot. When Ben Tate gets injured and he goes down, expect Terrence West's production to be over 100, if not 150. Finally, we have our 2 running backs to avoid drafting. These are guys that you should not look for in the early rounds and probably avoid drafting in general. Leading off our list is Doug Martin. The running back out of Tampa Bay had a great rookie campaign, and his last season was shortened by injury. However, don't expect a whole lot out of him this year. New offensive coordinator Jeff Tedford has hinted at a committee of running backs this season, and with Charles Sims and Bobby Rainey in tow, don't expect a whole lot of carries for Doug Martin. The muscle hamster will not be worth your draft pick. At the top of our list is Monte Ball, the Denver Broncos. Ball is expected to be a running back 1 or 2 last season, but ended up losing his job to Noshawn Moreno. This season, the same thing is expected, and already there are reports that he's going to lose that job. Don't draft Monte Ball because he is not worth your time, even in Peyton Manning's strong offense. Monte Ball is a big risk. Finally, we have our 5 teams to avoid drafting a running back from. Leading off our list are the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have Steven Jackson, Jacquizz Rodgers, and Devonta Freeman. However, don't expect a whole lot of fantasy production out of them. Jackson is often injured, and Jacquizz Rodgers is more of a goal line kind of carrier. Expect a lower end RB4, RB5 value out of these players. Next on our list is the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders don't really have a whole lot going on for them right now offensively. However, they do have two strong running backs in Darren McFadden and Maurice Jones-Drew. That said, these guys will be splitting carries and will be handcuffing each other to the extreme. These guys are RB3, RB4 kind of candidate who are really not worth your time. Next on our list are the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have a pass-happy offense, especially with Drew Brees, and this season is no different. Every running back that has come into New Orleans since 2010 has not reached the 1,000-yard rushing mark. They have talented guys, but these guys are really not worth your time. Second on our list are the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens have Ray Rice and Bernard Pierce in tow. However, both of them were in the bottom 5 for yards per carry last season, and they're going to get the same thing this season. The offensive line is weakened, and Ray Rice is suspended for the first 2 games. Don't expect a whole lot of Bernard Pierce or Ray Rice. Topping off our list are the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have talented running backs in Mike Tolbert, Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams. However, they're often injured and they often handcuff each other to where neither of them get to an RB3 or RB4 kind of stance. Don't expect a whole lot of production out of these guys this year.